And now Nurse Talk, where laughter's the best medicine. Here are your hosts, Casey Hobbs and Shayne Mason.
If one piece of candy gets past you and into the packing room unwrapped, you're fired.
Yes, ma'am.
Let her roll! Fine, you're doing splendidly. Speed it up a little!
Welcome to Nurse Talk, where laughter is the best medicine. I'm Casey Hobbs.
And I'm Shayne Mason.
And we are two of the thousands of nurses on duty this very minute. I can't stop laughing. That is so funny. Who doesn't remember the clip of I Love Lucy and Ethel in the chocolate factory?
Yeah, that one was way before my time, I got to be honest with you.
Oh, my gosh. You weren't even a thought in your mother's mind at the time.
So we got a great show for you today. Later, we're going to be talking with Chuck Idelson from National Nurses United about the results of a recent study done by his organization. And it shows that hospitals are overcharging patients for medical services.
What a shock. You mean a big corporation would want to charge a lot of money to people who can ill afford it?
Right, so that may not be a big surprise. But it was titled Vanderbilt University Medical Center's latest budget moves mean nurses will be responsible for a lot more than patient care.
Which we already are anyway.
True.
But they just took it a step further.
Yeah, the story starts out by saying the Channel 4 I-Team has learned some Vanderbilt nurses will now be in charge of cleaning patients' rooms, even the bathrooms. So sanitized environments in hospitals are critical to a patient's health, but the new cost-cutting measure has at least one nurse concerned.
One nurse?
I bet there's
that's
a lot
more
of
than one
concerned
nurse.
nurses.
That's concerned, because I'm out here in California and I'm hella concerned.
Right to work was enacted. Unions are still part of the landscape in Michigan, so he did not wipe out collective bargaining or the ability of workers to organize.
Thank God.
But
The other day, I invited someone to join me in a conversation about death.
The big reason I believe that people don't want to talk about death and grief is because we are always going towards pleasure. Of course, that's human nature to go towards pleasure. And the whole thought about loss in our society is never accepted. We learn how to...
Some of the symptoms of heart disease, it's often thought of a problem for men, as you stated, more than women, and that more women actually die than men die of heart disease every year. And one of the challenges is that heart disease symptoms in women can be different from symptoms in men.
We're in 2014, so we're going to hear a lot of garbage coming from those who want to undo. And, the Congress has voted so many times now to repeal, like more than 40 times now, to repeal the Affordable Care Act. I mean, talk about, we have so much that needs to be done in this country, and yet they spend all their time voting to repeal Obamacare.
You're going to squeeze your glutes together, all right? You're going to hold for a count of 5. Then you're going to release one buttock at a time. You repeat it again, and you do it for 5 minutes or more. I mean, you should feel a tightening in both your abs and glutes.
Donna, welcome. It's always so great to have you with us. And are you squeezing your glutes? That's the first question.
Are you in pain?
I was trying.
Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a difference it makes in your smoking enjoyment?
Again, but I loved that clip. Did you ever smoke?
I've smoked some cigarettes in my life. Yeah.
I bet you've smoked some cigarettes.
I have.
More than just plain cigarettes.
Where do you think I got this sexy, gravelly voice? So, Casey, I was on a date last night, and the woman was not acting like she was into it, so I leaned over and I whispered in her ear, all materials related to health trivia are the sole responsibility of Nurse Talk LLC, and they're not affiliated with any network or stream service airing our broadcast.
And you're wondering why you're single today.
Well, now I'm pregnant, so it worked.
Now you're pregnant.
But I'm bummed.
Very good.